Guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, instead of doing a video on a specific topic, I'm actually going to show you guys all the fish I have inside my house, basically. What's it called? I'm going to show you guys all the fish that I'm breeding, all the fish that I have just for show, basically, just for me to enjoy. And yeah, let's get through it today. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video, so stay tuned. Grab a couple of water, soda, whatever you like to drink, and also grab a snack. Let's get ready. You guys know this tank by now. What's it called? I've got my discus and angelfish in this tank. We've lost a few discus. We had 6. We only have 3 left in this tank. To be honest, discus is a lot more work than a lot of people say. I still have my pair downstairs, but anywho, let's continue with the tank. I also have my angelfish in here. I actually have a breeding pair of angelfish in here. Let's see. This is the female, and this is the male. What's it called? And yeah, I have that pair in there. These are the babies that grew up from the ones that I bred downstairs. I also have a bunch of bristlenose plecos in here. I've got my lemon blue eye. I've got some super reds. I also have an albino somewhere. There he is. Big albino. This is basically more of a show tank, just to enjoy, specifically. That filter sucks. I need to fix that. It's probably really clogged. But anywho, what's it called? That's basically what I have in here. They used to breed for me more, the plecos in here, but I guess since I added the angelfish, they haven't bred for me. I guess they're more skittish compared to when I had guppies with them. So, yeah, that's basically the one in the kitchen. I also used to have 2 betta tanks, really nice ones that I'm gonna set up again this year. I lost the betta fish, I think, due to ick. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention since I was building so much. That was my fault completely. But we're gonna bounce back, and I still have the tanks. They're really nice ones. I did reviews on them as well. You guys want to check that out? I'll definitely add that in the top right corner. But let's continue. This one is. Anywho, let's continue. Here I have my triple decker that I made. What's it called? Up here we have a bunch of shrimp and a bunch of plants, and of course my plecos. These are super red plecos I just recently threw in that cave. Hopefully they start to breed. These are all babies, so they will be inbred technically. Until I probably outsource another male or female. But in here we do have a bunch of different genetics. We have in the second tank we have, this is a 20-gallon high. We have a bunch of plecos from all over. We also have corridoras, as you can see there. We have, let's see what else we have in here. We have red razor whiptails over there, really nice and big. We also have long fin plecos in here, super reds, albinos, and lemon blue eyes. Again, just growing out. Which I'm gonna be taking down this system pretty soon, so I haven't been paying too much attention into here. We also have our snails that have, to be honest, my snail population has dwindled due to bladder snails. I've got to boost that up somehow, some way. But we'll get to that soon. Anywho, we have down here, we also have a bunch of plecos in here, mainly super reds. Bunch of breeders, to be honest. He's a young male, but we have a female, a young pleco, another female over there, so, and we also have 2 males in here. So these guys are just supposed to be pumping out basically for me as many as we can. But yeah, again, simple. I see some shrimp has gotten in here as well. I don't mind for shrimp, it's fine. But a lot of these bladder snails I either sell or I just crush them, and then what's it called, some of the fish can either eat it or they just die. To be honest. But yeah, look at the pleco over there. They create so much gunk on the floor. Most of you know about my brand new filter system. I did a video on creating this. We're gonna go tank by tank. Anywho, we're gonna start with the top right first. We have a nice beautiful male betta right here. We have a female pleco here. I think we have a reverse trio in here, to be exact. Of course, 2 sponge filters because I do sell pre-seeded ones on my eBay page. What's it called? We have this beautiful koi betta. And then we also have, there's the female pleco, super red pleco. We also should have a male around here somewhere. Can't spot him, to be honest, but I know I have one inside. There's both of them actually. There's the more probably alpha male inside the cave, and then the other one outside. We're gonna go down to the super red grow out tank, where we also have a bunch of fry. As you can see here, we have a bunch of fry of super reds in here. Not that many actually, but we also have a beautiful blue rim betta. He's still my favorite betta. I just love when they've got the edges like that. It's just I don't know, to me it's just really cool. Look at, he's getting all aggressive. Anywho, we also have a little guppy in here that was a fry, and then I found in the filter and I took him out. Beautiful one too. Kind of like some snake skin inside of it. But mainly in here we have our super reds growing out. You can see, what's it called? They're already sellable size, to be honest, most of them. So they all just hid because I turned on the light to show you guys. But we also have a bunch of live plants. As you can see, we have anubias all on the top, a little bit on the bottom. We have a bamboo plant, we have our moss, we have our java fern, and then we scrum down to the bottom. I have this male betta I just recently got. Come on out here. Look at that. Look at the coloration. Oh, my paper clip fell out. Anywho, where was I? This is a beautiful male I just picked up. He's right now in basically quarantine for a betta. For a betta, I just put him in a little floating cup so they stay the same temperature. And I just add a little bit of methylene blue, as you can tell, very lightly. And daily water changes until I feel comfortable with putting him in the system. And then below him, I have a breeding male, female, super red pleco. As you can see, we also have some fry in there that's escaped from me. And I just left them in there. I didn't pull them out or anything. Eventually, I'll probably come and take them out so they can grow a little faster in a bigger tank. But we do have a good amount of fry in here. Let's see if we can spot any more. See over there. We also have a beautiful black orchard betta. Got him from PetSmart. He's pooping. We also have a bunch of anubias, and we also apparently have an albino. So albinos get everywhere. Next, we're gonna start on top here. Now this is kind of a little bit of a controversial aquarium, but it's working right now. Anyway, I have two two fancy orandas, and I have a regular common nose goldfish, but I also have a datnoid. He came here, but I saw that he was fighting with the flower horn, and I was afraid the flower horn was gonna kill him, so I put him in here for right now. He is a little bit of aggressive, so I didn't put him with the angels because I didn't want him to get hurt. But they're the only ones in the tank for right now until they go downstairs to my 40 gallons. That my 40-gallon system is completely out of whack because every fish I put in there had been dying, so I haven't put them in there until I can figure out how to fix that. Anywho, we come down here to the second tank. We have a bunch of lemon blue eye fry. I did a video on these guys as well. See if this clears up. You can kind of see inside of there how many fry we have. Look at it. All the little orange spots are lemon blue eye plecos. Again, they go in here until they're big enough to go in here. They are already big enough, to be honest, but these guys are actually going to go down here. But I don't want them to compete. And right now, they're still at a size that the betta can actually hurt them. So I wait till they're a little bit bigger, more or less like that size, and then I release them into here. So these guys are a little bit closer to that size. Sooner or later, they have to go in here. So, yeah. But these guys are so cute. Look how orange they are too. That's my fish over. That's not my fish. That's my dog over there going crazy. But these guys are not gonna go in there. It's just so I put them on this. Instead of putting them in here, I put them up here so I could visually see it better. I'll turn this on before I lose some fry. But again, in here we have super reds, and we should have one lemon blue eyes pleco somewhere in here. Oh, he's over here. There he is. Really cute. What's it called? As you can tell, all these tanks that have a pleco in them, it's got no algae whatsoever. It's ironic. Not ironic, it's just the fact that these lights are on for a good amount of time, that if they weren't in here, this would be algae heaven, because it would be everywhere. But these guys really go to town. On top of that, I feed them heavily, so hopefully they breed. So yeah. Anywho, we're done with this tank. Let's come down here. Again, this is a super red breeding tank, super red breeding and grow out tank, and this is just a super red grow out tank. Up here is a breeding tank that hasn't bred for me yet. Annoying. Hold out tank yet. That's the first 4. And over here we have our 2 grow out little breeder box. Down here, again, like I was discussing, we have my lemon blue eye pleco grow out tank. See, some of them are a lot bigger than others. As I've noticed in the past, the bigger ones are usually the males. And then later on, this, what's it called, you can be able to sex them through the bristles, but more than likely that the bigger ones are going to be the males. I have a bunch of moss in here too. They're all hiding. I have a lot in here, to be honest. There you go. But that's pretty much it on this side. Again, this whole system is based on 2, 4, 6 on one 15-gallon sub. And then we come over to the left side. Left side's a little bit more of a mess, but I do have some cool fish in here. We have some coolie loaches. We have some corridoras in here. You can see them. I don't remember the name of these. I think they're not the orange ones because I don't remember, to be honest. But I also have a breeding pair of bristlenose plecos in here that have bred for me already twice. I don't think he's breeding in there for me right now or on eggs yet, but he has bred for me before. I also have some live plants and of course a beautiful betta, koi betta over there. Probably gonna start try to breed these bettas again. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. But anywho, we're going up. This tank is right now going through parasites, as you can kind of see on the angelfish. I've been treating and the parasite has not gone away. I've used this, I've used Fritz, the other one, the parasite expel or something like that. Hasn't worked out, but that's another video to get into. Up here we have another breeding pair of bristlenose plecos that haven't bred for me yet. Also have a beautiful a really blood red male betta in there. And of course we have our female bristlenose in there. And that's pretty much it on this one. Just come down here. Here we have another beautiful, look at this, how beautiful this betta is. We also have our snow whites in here growing out. How gorgeous these guys are. This guy's getting really big. But we're growing them out. Probably going to keep a pair too and then probably sell off the rest. My plan eventually is actually to have, like, let's say these 2 tanks. These are going to be snow whites. These 2 tanks are going to be super reds. These 2 tanks are going to be lemon blue eyes. These 2 tanks are going to be some L333 pecos. And then these 2 tanks are going to be blah, blah, blah. And these 2 tanks are going to be blah, blah, blah. Downstairs is going to be basically all grow out tanks, or what's it called, breeder tanks for bigger fish. I'll explain later because they have bigger tanks. But anyway, let's come up to here. We have our L333 plecos in here. I think these are the, I sometimes get them confused, the L33 or the L397. Let me check that first. After refreshing my memory, yeah, these are 397s. I looked it up online. Don't judge me. What's it called? We also have a bunch of moss in here. They really help with, you can see, you know how cute they are. Put that back down so they can hide on there. And we also have this really gorgeous samurai male betta. Look at that. Very active, very feisty. Eats a lot. It's a little fatty. But gorgeous to me, at least. And yeah, this guy is just for show. This is just for show. And the plecos are not going to be for sale. These are all mine. I'm going to grow them out. I'm going to breed these guys. It's my mission to breed these guys. Sometimes we get these filters, they get clogged up a little bit. So you have to be pretty... You have to check up on these. So all I do is simply, when I have a filter that looks like it's getting clogged up, all I do is make sure nothing's going inside of there first. And I just shake, 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 shake. Because when I do a water change, I pick up all that stuff anyway. This is basically so it doesn't overflow and fall over. And then we come up here, and we have an empty tank, just one betta. Now we also have some honeycomb plecos that are hiding somewhere in here. You can see some under there. Can't really get the best look, to be honest. But we also have this beautiful butterfly betta. And that gunk over there is all poop. These guys are fat, fat, fat. Oh my god, did one die? I can't tell what that is, to be honest. But this guy's really cool. And I'll go and check this after. Well, there's the betta that was coming out, the super red one. But yeah, that's pretty much it for up here. I used to have this tank up and running. To be honest, it's still running. It should still be cycled, to be honest. But I'm taking this down. To be honest, I don't pay too much attention to it. And when it was my only tank, I did. But after I built this system, this 55-gallon tank, to be honest, it's just taking up space. I don't even get to see the full tank, and I want to get rid of this entire thing to have more space for upload videos and make videos like that. And then in here, I might keep this small little tank eventually, but right now I just have this with a little bit of bleach solution, hopefully to kill any snails that are in here. As you can see, any snails that I have are probably dying. So these were in the tanks that had a bunch of snails, and then I want to get rid of the snails before I put them in here. As you can tell, I don't have any snails in these aquariums because they clog filters, so I don't like that. But yeah, that's it for all the tanks in this room. In this tank here, we have a couple of breeding pairs of lemon blue eye plecos. As you can see, here's the male and female. The male is growing nice and big. To be honest, I'm thinking about taking this tank down. Kind of want to take up the space to make it more of a living room. I'm going to keep the same stingrays in here, but I think that's going to be the only tank in here, at least for now. So this tank's probably going to go away anyway, but until now, they're going to keep breeding in here for me. I have another female over there. What's it called? Again, this is, I think, a 70-gallon tank. Or 60-gallon tank. I don't remember. I got this one for free. It was a really nice tank, to be honest. I actually went there to pick up 125, and I saw this. They were giving away both. But I actually thought that I could use this more than the 125-gallon tank since I had one already. But in hindsight, I should have brought home the 125-gallon tank, because now I have space for it. Because I would honestly take this complete thing out and have another 125-gallon tank here. And that would be my 2 tanks, but this tank's leaving. I've emptied it out for a while already. And then over here I have of course, my favorite tank, my stingray tank. You might ask me why is my favorite tank? It's because these guys are so cool. I can't seem to notice, but it looks like I've got to remove this flower horn. I can't tell if it's eating up my fish's disc. The albino, I see no difference. Maybe these guys had it already like that. I can't remember, to be honest. I gotta check old videos like that, but I haven't seen them personally go at the stingrays, but maybe I have to remove them. That's so weird. I keep staring at them because I don't remember seeing that many. I thought it was smooth, to be honest, but I guess we'll have to see. He is aggressive, of course. He's a flower horn. The Grammy has done nothing so far, so that's been fine. I know that, but again, my albino is completely fine. I don't see any marks on him. Flower horn is protecting its unfertilized eggs, but you know, that's so weird. But anywho, again, that's pretty much all I have in here. The 3 stingrays, the flower horn, and the Grammy. The flower horn has to go into its own tank. It's gonna go downstairs, but right now downstairs being medicated. Until that's done, I'm not moving him yet. But yeah, down in the fish room. Let's get started with the first corner tank. Over here we have 1 frontosa. We have our 2 Raphael catfish. We have a little tetra over here. And we also have another type of Raphael catfish. I think that's a spotted one. But these guys are coming out anyway. So just in here, because this tank started messing up with the... to be honest, I can't tell what it is, but every fish I put in here keeps dying. So I got rid of it. And then let's go down to here. I have my 2 discus. Hopefully they breed for me soon. To be honest, I gotta scrape off this algae, but actually I'll probably do that with you guys. Just simply throw this guy in there, throw this in there. I just go. This is meant for a 5 to 10 gallon tank, but this glass is a little thicker, so it's a little more difficult with such a small one. But it's fine. We make it work. Sorry, the glass is a little dirty. See the little watermarks, but it's fine. And then over here we have our snow white plecos. As you can see, we have a bunch of sponge filters in here because we do sell pre-seeded sponge filters, like I said before. So definitely go and check that out. We're just growing out these snow whites. And it looks like we have 1 dead one over there. I've got to go in and do a water change. And over here we have a bunch of mole. We also have our L333s and I think 1 or 2 super red long fins. And also have 1 snow white. You kind of see it right there. And we come back up here. We used to have a breeding pair of cichlids. We only have one in here, the female. Well, at least what I think is a female. And we also have one honeycomb pleco in here. So I think you can kind of see him hiding over there. It's over there. That little spot you see right there, that's him. Anywho, and over here we also have a bunch more honeycomb plecos that, to be honest, they look better in here than in here. I don't know why that is, but I think I'm gonna remove a lot of this algae. I mean, there's algae, there's a lot of this moss. But when I do that, I know a bunch of, look how dirty it got just by pulling out some. That's what usually happens. Anyway, I'm not gonna do that. So all I did was just dirty the tank. But let's come back down here. I know we did that one already. Up here we have our albino group of plecos in here. They haven't bred for me in a while. I'm assuming that's because of the sickness that was in this tank, so that's fine. But we have a few, and a fat chunky goldfish over there. The plan is actually to put all the cichlids down in the bottom one and have all the goldfish up here. But again, I gotta figure out the system, why it's not working out for me. And then over here we have a bunch of grow outs. We have our growing out albinos. I actually put them only in here because this tank was horrible, full of algae, worse than any of these tanks. And these guys knocked it out of the park, to be honest. So actually I have one Snow White in there as well. But these algae, these plecos went to town on the algae. Down here we have our breeding pair of angelfish that haven't bred for me in a while as well. Gonna get a water change done today. It's a mandatory, and I'm gonna hopefully see if I can get these guys to breed again. In here we have an empty tank because I was gonna put the flower horn in here, and then I saw, just as soon as I was going to, I saw that the fish were sick, so I treated, and I didn't want to put the flower horn in here to get sick. Over here we used to have our Snow Whites. To be honest, I think I only have one or two left in here. There's one right there. And then up here we have our breeding pair of the mix of one long-finned male, lemon blue eye, and one standard fin lemon blue eye, hiding in the algae in the box. And of course our Corridora. And then over here we have our shrimp. I made a video on this shrimp tank, setting it up. We also have one pleco in there now. I think he's an albino. I can't really tell from here. It's not concentrating on him, but he looks like to me an albino. Let's see if we can see some shrimp. You can see one cherry shrimp back there. Let's see if we can spot another one. There's a lot of algae in here, and I figured the fish poop can only be helpful. There's another shrimp back there. There he is. But yeah, that's pretty much it, as in for all my aquariums. This is a short little quick fish tour. Plans, what's it called? I'm planning on moving everything I have upstairs downstairs, so keep it all together. And I do want to set up an easier way of making water changes. These are all in aquariums, all in a system, as you can see down there, which is very helpful, so I don't have to buy like a bunch of heaters and stuff like that. But I also want to make water changes easier, so I'm thinking of actually drilling another hole in all these aquariums to help me just basically drain them halfway. I just don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'm thinking, now follow me if you can with this. What's it called? I make another hole here, kind of like the same thing over there, but a pipe that goes halfway in the corner of the tank. It comes to halfway. What's it called? And then all the way, all of them, every single tank have it with a drainage kind of like in this shape that you see the water flow to come in. Basically the same way. See, I have a T. It would go under here, drain, all of them drain with all control valves like so. All of them having valves like this, so I can control if I want it on or off. And I would open all of them every time, let it drain halfway, and then let all of it drain into probably more or less a 40-gallon breeder, and have that breeder have a pump. That's what I'm thinking. Have that pump, and then the pump you shoot out. Look at the goldfish came out to say hi. Look how fat he is. But I'm thinking that. I mean, it's a little bit hard to picture, but that's what I'm thinking about. That's what's been going on in my mind. So we'll see how and when it'll happen. But yeah, Let's see if we can get you guys a better view of the L33s. There's the Snow White and an L33 over there. There's the longfin. Over here is the 397s and the angelfish, I forgot to say. The adult ones. I'm gonna move the small ones down into here, hopefully get them breeding. So I've been like overfeeding that tank if anything. But yeah, this goldfish is so cute. I'm gonna move this frontosa upstairs to the stingray tank and then probably bring down the flower hornet and put them in here. Even though it's a 10-gallon tank, but still. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook account, all at CHENG'S Aqua. Peace.